The World House project is a project that's being undertaken by the Institute Without Boundaries, which is a program of the School of Design in the Center for Arts and Design at George Brown College. The Institute is an interprofessional program where we look at real-life problems and situations that are of global impact and that have local consequences, and we try to address them and come up with solutions that are useful for everyone around the world. The World House project is really looking at housing, because the house is kind of the interface between the individual and society, and it really includes all aspects of life. And one of the things that we're trying to do in the World House project is really look at whole systems design, try to understand how to create new holistic designs for the future that are sustainable, meaning that they last long and they have minimum impact on the planet, that they're intelligent so that they are responsive to both humans and nature, universal so that they're accessible to people of all ages, sizes, shapes, and needs, and balanced, being healthy and really promoting the well-being of the people who live in the designs. We decided to shift our focus and look at developing countries. And one of our students from last year, Georgiana Penon, was from Costa Rica, and she approached her government, who was newly elected with Oscar Arias being the president. He's a Nobel Prize winner, and he was trying to change the way his government was working by working in an interdisciplinary way. And so there was a really strong fit between what we do at the Institute Without Boundaries and what the government of Costa Rica was trying to do. And so what we're looking at is how can we create solutions for housing in Costa Rica that are sustainable. This is kind of like a new step, a new phase, and seeing if we in Canada, by collaborating with Costa Rica, can generate a new, more sustainable form of housing for the future. And so the second year project, we call it World House Costa Rica. What we're doing is looking at, can we create solutions for rural community renewal? And Costa Rica, like parts of Canada, is experiencing this tension between global development and local development, and how, you know, the global economy has impacts locally. How do you balance and make sure that local economies thrive as a global economy expands? In the case of the World House Costa Rica charrette, we're working on the housing unit and looking at, can we green a 400 to 600 square feet housing unit that could accommodate local families in Costa Rica and also migrant workers who come into Costa Rica to work there in the agricultural industry and in the tourism industry. We're hoping that by the end of this calendar year, we'll have a different set of housing options that we can share with the Ministry of Housing and the Ministry of Culture in Costa Rica, and that we can actually share them with other countries in the world who are looking for housing solutions that are low cost and sustainable. The exciting thing is that in 4 days, this group of students that are working here will produce 11 different designs that take into account the climate, the economy, terrain, and the culture of Costa Rica, and use the various systems of design to create a holistic solution for housing.
Our industry typically is not the best at being environmental and sustainable. I mean, certainly in North America we tend to build bigger rather than smaller, and we use a lot of resources in doing so. And I think what the World House project brings to the profession is it allows us to look at other opportunities and make people aware of that you can live smaller. And when you look around the world and see how people are living elsewhere, you can see that, you know, a family of 6 can live in a house the size that in North Americans a family of 2 would live in. So it begins to question how we're living, and I think that's good for the profession to recognize that building big is not necessarily sustainable. And you know, the World House is great. It's a great avenue for not just the professional industry, but for the school and the academic to look at opportunities and how to build in this context but smaller.
We're thinking very much along the lines of sustainability, the economics involved of it, and the cultural ramifications. And actually the opportunity just to help people, that opportunity, I'm happy about that. I'm looking forward to doing this.
One of the most exciting things that we're doing this year with the charrette for World House Costa Rica is not only involving students from different departments and different programs, we're actually inviting schools of design from around the world and professional design offices from around the world. Our institute is without boundaries precisely because we believe that solutions have to happen by people coming together and sharing their knowledge and in a really open source way improving the world around us. So the exciting part is not only are these students, 130 of them, over the next 4 days working on this, there are students in Colombia, in Finland, in Chile, in Mexico, in Asia that are going to be working on this project by going online to our website, and they're going to be conducting the same process. There'll also be architectural offices from as far away as Austria and Japan who are actually working on this in small teams within their design office because they feel that they can make a contribution. And this is why we partnered with Building magazine, because they have this out-of-the-box competition, and our thinking at the Institute is out of the box, and so is Buildings, and looking for sustainable solutions for design for the development and construction and architectural engineering community. So this is just the start. Over the next 4 months, people will be taking the information and our research that we've done, visiting the website, and conducting these charrettes everywhere around the world. So in a massive way, we're making a change to the quality of housing in Costa Rica by getting people to contribute their knowledge and ideas through their goodwill through this process. At the end of the process, we're going to be selecting some of the best work to be part of the exhibition that we're putting on in Costa Rica for March 2009, which is part of the World House Costa Rica exhibition that'll take place in the National Gallery in San Jose. But those special projects will also be published in Building magazine so that they'll be shared with the community here in Canada and North America that reads the magazine in terms of giving them insights and ideas for new sustainable construction and design concepts that they might want to use even locally. So we're sharing that knowledge through the vehicle of Building magazine, and we're really excited about that.